Hi guys, how are you doing? Just been an amazing bike ride. Thought I'd do a really quick video on focus. If you're preparing for a medical exam right now, where is your focus? Is your focus on the wrong things or is your focus on the right things? Because where you focus your mind has a huge impact on the quality of work that you do, the state of mind that you're in when you go into that exam room, and ultimately the chances of you getting across that line when it gets tight. So where's your focus? When I did my medical exams back in the day in medical school, my focus was always on the wrong places, the wrong things, the wrong thoughts. And this happened to me again when I was in GP training, and I had to keep reminding myself to switch back into the good frame of thought. What do I mean by negative thoughts or focus? Things like focusing on how difficult the exam is, focusing on how many people have failed, focusing on people that I thought that were never going to fail who did, focusing on how little time I have left, focusing on how the pass mark is really high, focusing on how the curriculum is so broad, focusing on how the questions are so vague. When you start focusing on these types of things, subconsciously your brain starts to tell you this is impossible, and the work that you do almost goes down a notch because you're almost telling yourself, well, what's the point anyway, because everything is against me. Now, when I started to get into that train of thought, I didn't realize it when I was in medical school, but I started to realize it as I went through my career. I was able to flip that train of thought around to push the efficiency of my work, to make sure the work I was doing had a better benefit to me. So for example, starting to make yourself think things like, how am I going to pass this exam? How am I going to fit everything in? Let's get a time frame or a plan in place so I can cover everything. Thinking about all the people that have already passed this exam, thinking about all the other exams that I've passed, thinking about all the ways that I'm going to change my working schedule to make sure I crack it, thinking about how I'm going to manage my time better, thinking about how I'm going to get the best resources out there, thinking about how I'm going to try and hit 100%. These kind of thoughts, when you start to train your mind to focus on the right things, your efficiency of preparation goes up a little bit. Even if it goes up by 5% every day, 1% every day even, times that by 30, 40, 50 days, 30, 40, 50 sessions of work, you can see how the difference will start to build in terms of your ability and the potential you can get into when you hit that exam. And also, it puts your state of mind right for when you get into that exam. If you've been thinking all these kind of positive things for the last month, 2 months before you walk into that exam, when you get to that exam, you're ready to hit it because you've got all those things behind you. If, however, your focus has been on the down things, the negative things, when you hit that exam day, all those are going to start to come back. And ultimately, it's going to affect your performance. Doesn't matter how many hours you've put in. So one thing I'd challenge you guys to do today, if you're preparing for an exam of any kind of medical exam, make sure you check and you track where your focus is. What is your brain telling you constantly, and how can I start to flip that around so it pushes up my efficiency of work by 1, 2, 3, 5, 10%, which can make a huge difference when it comes around to exam day. Remember, 10 people can do the same amounts of work, but it doesn't mean that 10 people are going to get the same results. Why? Because 10 people's minds and focuses are different, and it can push them that little extra percent. If you hope this helps, hashtag Campus Will Pass, hashtag I went with Aurora. Have a good day.